Hi, well thanks for tuning in to this video. This is an overview of a budget chicken coop and run made from recycled lumber and culled lumber from Lowe's or Home Depot. And we managed to make this coop and run for about $70, and the majority of the expense, the high expense on that really were the fittings and the screws. We used exterior screws and pre-drilled them, of course, and then all of the other things like brackets and hinges, things like that. So, but let me give you a look at it and pull out some of the features. So first of all, you'll see that it's made with 2x4 construction. This was something that I picked up at Lowe's. I got a bale of 2x4 wood, about 15 pieces of 10-foot wood for about $7 outside of Lowe's, and we built it to be strong, and this thing is not going to blow away. I've seen a lot of coops that are made by 2x2 construction, and they seem pretty flimsy, and they don't tend to hold their form, the doors and the frame, as well as 2x4. So then the other thing was that we looked for plywood, and we got that, most of that from a recycle yard. We got a combination of press board, which you'll see on the end of the run here. We tried to put it in places that will get less rain or less direct sunlight. The bottom baseboards here, which are just simply used to stop some of the dirt from being kicked over and kicked out, because these guys love to bury themselves in the dirt, kick and scratch, and a lot of that dirt just comes flying out the coop. So we've put some kickboards around the bottom, and that's the pressed wood, and then on top we've got a piece of 4x6 plywood, which I just coated with some exterior deck paint that I had lying around, and that cost me about $4 from the local recycle company. So about $7 for the 2x4 bale of wood, about $4 here for the roof, one of the most important pieces of the structure. We also got some chicken wire, a roll of chicken wire, about 150 feet of it for $15 on Craigslist. And then the remainder of the money really was for the fittings, the hinges, the exterior screws, things like that. So I'm going to pull out just a couple of the features to show you as we walk around here. First of all, you'll notice that the roof is slanted, and we did that just to make sure that when the rain comes off the roof, it just trickles right down and right off, and there's no standing water on the roof so that it doesn't bow or absorb moisture. Here we have the door to the nesting boxes, and we've put a proper bolt latch on it as opposed to a hook and an eye, and that adds a tremendous amount of security. I've seen the hook and eyes on some coops, and it looks pretty flimsy and almost like it's ready to fail at any moment. But anyway, let's have a look inside. This is the nesting boxes. The design isn't my idea. I got this from another YouTube video. But these are a couple of nesting boxes that are made out of washing basins that you can pick up at Walmart. And we've put some sawdust in there, some pine I think shavings in there. And we need to change this every 4 to 6 weeks. Really not that often, because the chickens don't tend to mess in it very much at all or kick it out. And we just need to refill it a little bit here and there. But you can see that the chickens like it, and they lay lots of eggs. It looks like they enjoy the top nesting box more than anything. We can take this out if there's a cracked egg or if there's an excessive amount of poop in there, and clean it out, wash it out, no problem. And as I said, these are just pine shavings, and we can replace these as needed. So there you go. We'll collect these eggs in a little while. So we'll close that up, move around the side. The door latch, I put 2 latches here. I want to make sure that one of them is child-proof. We got some little children around here. Just wanted to make sure that this is something that can't be undone, because we don't want the chickens running around the yard. We want them to be safe and secure inside their run and happy. enjoying what they're eating and being able to lay lots of delicious eggs. Take a look inside the coop. We've got a couple of roosting poles, one right at the back there that's about 5 feet in length, and then another which is about 2.5 feet coming off of it towards the front of the coop. And that's plenty of roosting room for these chickens. They all line up on that back roosting pole at night as soon as the sun goes down, and they seem pretty happy. The other thing is that you'll notice that there's some ventilation up top, which is really important when this happens to get smelly. It's great to have some top ventilation and even back ventilation. We get some wind coming through here, so I wanted to create a gap that the wind could just flow through and not really take hold of this coop if that was going to be a problem. So lots of ventilation. And then we'll move around to the run. So this is the run that we added on. It's about 5 feet by 4 feet wide and 3 feet tall. And this is really, again, made out of recycled lumber, so very inexpensive. We have a feeding system and a watering system in here, again, that I found online. These are not my ideas. These are ideas that I found I thought were really cool, really good. This is a feeding system where you can see the chickens just put their head inside. It's a 3-inch PVC pipe elbow that goes in, and they can get in there. They can get whatever food they need, and they don't spill a lot, so it's very efficient. We need to fill up this bucket once every 7 days or so, 6 or 7 days. So it's incredibly low maintenance, and the chicken, you can see that they're not starving. They're definitely healthy looking chickens. And then we have the watering system over here, which is just a couple of those cup waterers. And it took these chickens probably about 10 minutes to get to know how to use this. And they just stick their head in there, they tap that little yellow lever, and it refills that cup of water. It doesn't take them long at all to be able to know how to use this. And the bucket at the back, fill this up maybe once every 4 days or so. And that's really it. You just fill it up, and it lasts for about 4 or 5 days. The pipe comes down. This is just an old washing machine pipe that I had. Comes down, and it feeds the watering system down there. There you go. So you're able to see the continuum there of the outfit. So. And then probably last of all over here, we put a door on the end of the run here. That's just really simply designed to be able to lift up so we can do any cleaning or maintenance or get in if we need to. We certainly need to get in to refill the feeding bucket there. That bucket I got for free. I got it from local grocery store. I think it was a whipped cream bucket, and they gave it to me for nothing. So definitely things around that you can get that don't have to cost an arm and a leg and can do the job really, really well. So we'll come back to that and latch it. Probably the only thing that I'm going to add to this is I'm going to add a flip over shade for the run so that in the summer when the sun gets really hot, these chickens will be able to enjoy some shade out here, and also if it gets wet during some of these really heavy downpours that we have, they'll be able to get some good shelter out here as well if they happen to find themselves out here. So this is it. All things considered, this entire outfit probably cost me about $70 to build. It took some time, took some effort, but we really like it. And as you can see, chickens are happy, and they are producing a lot of really yummy eggs. So thanks very much for tuning in. Hope this has helped to give you some ideas. Feel free to write, ask some questions, and I'm happy to get back to you as soon as I can.